And this hasn't
Welcome
stopped, so.
Great. Well, you got
we had a little break here.
all that good material.
Oh, well, okay. Hopefully it's still there.
Yeah.
Let's do it again just in case, because
All
I
right.
hate that going back and find. Oh, that's gone. The file's gone. I hate that.
All right.
Amy Trowell.
Yes.
Ursula's Cafe.
That's where we are.
Theater 3.
Theater 3.
Big Lick Conspiracy.
So many things.
How are you?
I wear many hats, including the one I have on now.
Which is, yeah, it's okay.
It's an okay hat.
Yeah, you could do a better hat. I'm thinking you could do a classier hat. But this today you're doing construction, yes?
That's right. So it's my working hat.
So what's going on today at 511 South Jefferson Street?
So we are doing some construction. We're trying to get an ADA bathroom, ADA compliant bathroom complete, so we can open our doors at long last.
And
Ursula's Cafe.
something about a grease trap too?
Yes, we are also installing a grease trap because we will be doing some dishwashing here at Ursula's Cafe.
That's right, because you serve food here. You will
That's
serve
right.
food here.
We will, yes.
So what is Ursula's Cafe and why is it so interesting, at least according to my interpretation of the website?
Well, that is the correct interpretation, I will tell you. So it is a pay-what-you-can cafe and community arts venue. So we'll start with pay what you can. And the way that works is everything on our menu. So we're going to have some soups, some delicious soups, some sandwiches, also some baked goods to start with. Pretty limited menu to start because we're going to start simple and expand. We also have a lot of roasted vegetables because we love roasted vegetables in my household. So we'll have a suggested price for everything on the menu. And you, when you come in, you see that suggested price, you may pay that price. You could also pay more than that price, or if you're not able to, you can pay down to none of that price. And the idea is that everybody who comes in can have the same exact eating experience, regardless of pay and how much they can pay. We feel like that's really an important part of being a human being. That's pretty basic, right?
Eating.
We should all be able to eat, and not just eat. I think for some reason, there's that construction. For some reason, we sometimes think that when a person can't afford food, that food stops. It just becomes a nutrition delivery mechanism, like brown liquid. That's it. But food is about community. It's about our culture. How many times do you eat a bowl of mac and cheese and it takes you back to your childhood? Or if you're from another country and you're here and you eat something that reminds you of home. Food is an experience, and it's meant to be more than just a way to get nutrition into our body. So we want to provide food that's accessible and delicious for everybody. Just because you don't have the $8 to pay doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to get it.
I was curious, how does it tie in with the Big Lick Conspiracy and Theater 3, which all will be in the same building?
So Big Lick Conspiracy and Theater 3 are kind of my arts ventures prior to working on Ursula's. In Theater 3 particularly, we wanted to provide a space where we were illuminating some voices that we don't see as often here in my community in Roanoke. So we felt like entering into the pandemic, we had that self-reflection time, and we weren't really fulfilling our mission. So when we started deciding that the food aspect was really important, but I didn't want to leave the arts part of it behind. So if we're talking about nourishing people's bodies, a part of that is nourishing our souls, right? And being creative and having creative outlets and being self-expressive, but also experiencing other art. So we thought, let's combine both of them. So during the day, you can come and have soup and enjoy pleasant music, and there'll be art on the walls. We'll have activities when possible. And in the evenings, we'll have arts programming and performances.
Oh, really?
And the structure will be the same. We'll still, so you pay what you can. It's the old kind of pass the hat. So we might have a suggested price of $10. And if $10 is what you can pay, that's great. But if you can't pay anything, you should still be able to see the show. And if you're having a really great week, maybe you pay $20 to cover that person next to you. But everybody gets to come.
Great. Now, you can find some of your materials from the past on your website, yes?
Sure. So there's Big Lick Conspiracy. So I direct Big Lick Conspiracy. That's a little bit separate, but my main background.
Pound that out for me, will you?
Right? is improvisation. So Big Lit Conspiracy is an improv troupe, and so I teach improv and at Hollins and here at Ursula's as well.
Oh, so you're a professor, are you?
Yes, you make it sound more exciting than it is.
Or at least it's new to you anyway.
Yes,
Highfalutin, perhaps.
It's very highfalutin what I do.
Goodness. So how did you get, I mean, what was your background? You became a theater student and a theater professor person?
So I got a degree in theater in almost a whole nother life before I was married and had kids at the College of Charleston in the wonderful state of South Carolina. And I took a decade or so off to be a wife and mom primarily. And life circumstances changed, and I had the opportunity to get back into theater. And actually, I was doing a show at Mill Mountain, and when I left a rehearsal, the Big Lit Conspiracy, this was like maybe 12 years ago now, was rehearsing in the first floor. And I said, "Ooh, what's that?" And they were doing some improv, and I had taken a class, 10 years ago or so.
A bit rusty now, but hey, wait a minute now.
A little bit, that's right, yeah, but you pick it back up, and they were having auditions, so I, on a whim, was like, I'm going to give it a try. And so I did, and I've been a member of the troupe since then, and started directing about 6 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you going to be doing that again? Things are starting to open up now, thank goodness, and I assume that things here will kind of lead to more things.
Yes, and we've sort of tentatively, we like a lot of performance people, we've kind of stuck our feet out, do want to give it a try, and we certainly hope we can. We want to be safe, and we want to keep our audiences safe. It's hard to do improv with a mask on. We try when we rehearsed for many, many months. We did, but
I can imagine.
Yeah. Well, what I discovered is, with the mask, when I break character, you can't see me laughing. So I've had to relearn to not
see
laugh.
The eye is going a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, you use a lot more of your expressive eyes.
So is there one website, or there are three websites, or people can find out more?
So Ursula's Cafe has their own website, so ursulascafe.org. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit. We're the real deal. Theater 3 is kind of no more. It really is just part of Ursula's now, but Big Lit Conspiracy, biglitconspiracy.com, so you can find out what we're doing performance-wise.
So were you doing things the last 2 years online?
I have taught some improv online, which I didn't know 2 years ago was possible.
Yeah, I didn't...
It's not only possible, but it has allowed me to work with people all over the United States and a couple in Canada, actually.
Yeah, Canadians, eh?
Yeah, that's right. And, improv, of course, just like we're all improvising all the time. None more so than the last 2 years. But, we've really learned to use the internet in a way. It's not the same. It's not the same as being in the same room, but it certainly offers us an opportunity to do improv when otherwise we might not. So I've enjoyed it, and it's really, I didn't want to do it. I wanted to resist it. I thought, I was all sad sacky like everybody else. Oh, it'll never be artistic like we want it to be. So it's been really good.
I hate it when people whine.
Oh yeah. I tell my kids not to whine, but I can get whiny.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So what do you see in a year, right here, possibly?
Well, part of our being in this space is there's not a kitchen in this space.
Oh, okay.
Right. So we actually cook at the Leap Kitchen. They have a community kitchen at Leap.
Which is how far away?
It's a couple miles. It's not far, but it does mean that we have to kind of make all the food and then bring it over, and potentially like have times and spaces when we can go back and make more food.
No traffic accidents, please.
Yeah, so we're hoping that we can expand so that we can cook some stuff here.
I would hope so.
And we've got the great thing about soup is it lends itself to pretty easy preparation. Crock pots are great places to cook. We've got a kind of hot plate situation. So I think with a few real simple fixes, we can expand a lot more. But mostly we want to just get people accommodated to the pay what you can structure, see how people are taking to that. We're 100% volunteer. We do not have a single paid employee. So that's something we want to work towards as well, is that eventually we have some folks on a payroll.
Later, when I read on the website about the Community Artist Venue, exactly what do you hope to do? I assume that's here too.
So that's partly the shows. So we'll do shows, we'll do workshops, we'll do classes and informational sessions. We also have artists work on the walls and so forth as well. But, we're open to whatever kind of happens. So,
Maybe there's an idea.
Okay.
Somebody's going to create a little short play.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be done here.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a little stage space, and we will do improv shows here. A little acoustic guitar set would certainly fit well. Yeah.
Even acoustic guitar set while the food is being consumed.
Absolutely. People love a little music while they're eating.
Great. Thank you very much.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.